All right, here's a cleaned up version of your script. Same message, just told like you're talking to a friend who follows XIP but doesn't understand what's going on. So, today I want to talk straight with you about what's really happening with XRP. You've probably already noticed the price drop. XRP slid down to around $1.83 and is now sitting in the $1.90 range. That's close to an 8% drop just today. And honestly, it's not just XRP. Bitcoin, Ethereum, the whole market has been sliding ever since October 10th. Now, if you watch all my videos, you might have seen me talk about this earlier in a market update, but I know some of you only watch my XRP videos, so I wanted to bring this directly to you. Because this isn't random. There's a specific reason the entire market has been beaten down, and it has nothing to do with XRP being weak or Bitcoin being done. This goes way deeper. Before we jump in, do me one favor. Hit like and share this with anyone who holds XRP. I'm not asking because I want views or anything like that. My channel's big enough. I just want the XRP community to hear the truth, because most holders have no clue what's causing this dip. All right, let me break it down. There's a guy named Tom Lee. If you follow crypto at all, you know this man has a solid reputation. He explains something that finally makes sense of what we've been watching for weeks now. And when I show you what he said, it all clicks. Here's the short version of what happened. On October 10th, there was a massive mistake on one of the biggest exchanges. A stablecoin on that exchange glitched. It should always stay at $1, but because of a pricing error inside their own system, it suddenly dropped to 65 cents. That triggered something called an automatic liquidation. Think of it like your account getting margin called in seconds. Once that triggered, it created a chain reaction across many accounts, and then it spread into other exchanges. End result? More than 2 million trading accounts got wiped out. Not 200,000, 2 million. And these weren't accounts that were losing money. Many were profitable just minutes before the liquidation hit. Now, the crazy part is, this wasn't a crash caused by news, fundamentals, regulations, inflation, China, the Fed, or anything like that. It was literally caused by a tech glitch, a stupid error in the code. And here's where it gets worse. When market makers get hit like this, they lose capital. They become weak. And when they're weak, they stop providing good liquidity. They scale back. They sell to protect their balance sheets. That's why the market has been slowly bleeding out instead of bouncing like it normally would. Nothing is wrong with XRP. Nothing is wrong with Bitcoin. Nothing has changed on a fundamental level. That's why we haven't seen normal recovery moves. We're stuck dealing with the aftershock of this glitch. Tom Lee pointed out something else too. In 2022, when something similar happened, it took 8 weeks to clear out. We're around 6 weeks into this one. So if history repeats itself, we might have roughly 2 more weeks of weakness. Maybe we go lower. Maybe Bitcoin dips into the 70Ks. Maybe XRP falls toward 150 or lower. And honestly, if it happens, I'm not panicking. If anything, I'm preparing. I'm long-term bullish. If XRP goes cheaper and I've got some cash to spare, I'm buying more. Same with Bitcoin, because again, nothing is broken in the XRP ecosystem. Nothing is broken in Bitcoin or Ethereum. This is a cleanup phase, a mess caused by a glitch, and it's temporary. So, am I annoyed? Of course. Am I scared? Not at all. This is the kind of moment long-term holders can take advantage of. That's the truth behind what's been holding the market down. And the good news is, it finally has an end in sight. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. I'll answer as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.